All right, welcome to the regular board meeting of the Allegheny County Sanitary Authority. It's May 16th, 2024. We had an executive session prior to this and no votes were taken. We are going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Great, we can see the roll call.
I will. Dr. Shannon Tharp Gilliam. Darren Kelly.
Here.
Risa Kel Smith.
Here.
Paul Klein.
Here.
Sylvia Wilson.
Here.
Harry Reachaw.
Here.
And Emily Kincaid.
Here.
That concludes the.
All right, we have a quorum. There is no public comments. So we'll move on to the second information item, the 2024 capital budget status report. Ms. Williams.
Chair.
Please. Thank you, Arletta. So, moving right along here for the May capital budget status report. Looking mostly, the spending's been mostly in the category of the wet weather plan expansion. Obviously, we were mostly expecting a lot of construction costs this year, but if you look down into the category of the interim wet weather plan regional projects, you'll see that as the Ohio River Tunnel gets nearer to the bid date, that spending has increased, and also for the tunnel program management. Anybody got any questions on specific line items? I'd be happy to take.
Seeing no questions, move on to D, the report on the 2024 operating costs and revenues compared to budget as attached on Exhibit B. Ms. Williams.
Chair. Schaefer. Director of Finance.
Thank you, Arletta. Thank you, Madam Chair. I am happy to report that this is the April 30th, 2024 financial statement on a cash basis. At this point in time, we were 33% of the year was completed, and we had collected 35% of our revenues and had expended almost 31% of our operating budget. So we continue to operate in a sound fiscal manner. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to entertain them.
No questions. Move on to D. Report of actions by the executive director and approval of construction change orders. As in Exhibit C. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, these number 1 through 5, yeah, 1 through 5, the first 4 are associated with the environmental compliance facility, and in some part, each are connected to the case law issue and need to drill additional length for case laws. But the first one, electrical, recognize the need to add heaters to the stairwells that had not been initially incorporated. There are traps that were necessary for some of the drain lines that have an electrical component to them. I'm thinking about adding those to my home. Again, the case law implication. The next one is for the general, where you see the largest impact of the case on drilling. there was coding that was required to be added to the canopy. And we received a credit for a fire retardant resistant material that was not necessary because it had already been accounted for in other material. The next piece is the HVAC. That contract there. There was an expectation of a exhaust fan in a location that it did not fit. So it had to be mounted elsewhere. Everything that was associated with that required rework. Again, the case on implication. The last piece for the environmental compliance facility is the plumbing contract. And as you can see, that's the no cost time extension on addressing the case on issue that was part and parcel of the general. The fifth in order for reporting is for the CSO bypassing disinfection project. There are multiple components. Let's see, plating that had to be reconfigured. Linkages in the scum trough, which are actually rather small but not minor, had to be upgraded to a stainless material. We had not expected the deterioration that was there. We're going to keep a storage building that initially had been slated for demolition. And probably the most interesting is the change in the precast plant thickness. Yes, the plant has a precast thickness. No, it doesn't. It should be slab, plate, or plank. It's not plant. I apologize that I missed that in preparing the agenda. It's changing the precast plate again for slab thickness. We went from a 6-inch slab to an 8-inch slab. That includes the change orders for reporting.
No questions on that. Move on to action items. First, A, approval of the minutes, the regular board meeting from April 25th, 2024.
So moved.
Motion to accept.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passed. B, consider authorizing payment of invoices in excess of $23,200 processed during the period of April 16, 2024 to May 6, 2024. That's exhibit D.
Madam Chair, this is the invoice list the board received with the preliminary packet. In your review, if you generate questions about specific invoices, we will respond.
Move to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Item C, motion to award the following contract. Item 1, contract number 1801, Ohio River Tunnel Substation 23 kV and 13.8 kV switch gear pre-purchase. As well.
Madam Chair, as you've indicated, this is a pre-purchase contract. The board will recall a pre-purchase of a transformer. All of this is in support of being able to provide power for the Ohio River Tunnel Board machine. These are incredibly long lead time items. I believe the transformer was 2 years total. It is anticipated that the substation switchgear is somewhere in the 18-month time frame. So we are right at the point this month where we need to be able to move forward. Unfortunately, the low bid, as you will note on the exhibit, the low bidder, their bid was not fully responsive to our needs. We have familiarity with both and have reviewed with the solicitor and recommend to the other bidder, which is fully compliant with the scope.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. Item C2, contract number 1803, repairs to fluid bed incinerator number 2 to Simakis Company. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, typically when you see one bidder, you raise an eyebrow or have some concerns. You authorize this contract back in February. Preparation of the contract documents back in February. We have a lot of experience with Simakis, so we were close. And this is in keeping with what our expectation would be. Inspection to the incinerator will generate the need for anything from shell repair to manifold repairs, queers, different things. This is an acceptable bid and we recommend approval. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passed. Item D, motion to authorize the preparation of specifications and advertisement for bids of the following contracts at Exhibit G. Item 1, contract number 1805, emergency sewer televising contract 2024 to 2025. Williams?
Madam Chair, that's it. Second contract.
We need all, okay. Contract number 1806, furnish and deliver sulfuric acid. And item 3, contract number 1807, furnish and deliver sodium bisulfate.
So the sulfuric acid is a chemical that we use in the boiler water treatment section of the process. Sodium bisulfite, we use that at discharge once we have dosed the final effluent, full disinfection. We need to lock it down just a bit so we don't put too much chlorine in the river.
Any questions? I get a motion?
Will move to second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, motion passes. All right, item E, motion to approve modification of service authorization 274 for GAI consultants to provide additional engineering support services during the annual sewage sludge incinerator units number 1 and 2 stack testing. Ms. Williams?
Madam Chair, we are going to defer to the Director of Operations and Maintenance, Chafin, as he is.
Thank you, Arletta. Madam Chair, since 2016, when the EPA re-regulated our sewage sludge incinerators under a different section of the Clean Air Act, we have been required to do some form of non-pollutant partial or full testing of each of the 2 units that we have. We have utilized the services of GAI successfully since that time. This fee is for the 2024 testing that's required. One that is a rescheduled test that was supposed to be in May will be moved to June for unit number 2, and then unit number 1 will be tested for, I believe, just 2 pollutants sometime later on this fall, and I recommend.
Thank you. Any questions?
I'm just curious, you put a bid out for that?
For professional services. So we've retained, it's a service authorization modification that we've utilized in the past since 2016.
I heard you say that. I'm gonna stay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You're abstaining?
Abstain.
Any opposed?
I'll vote no next.
All right, motion passed. All right, MF, motion to approve modification of service authorization 396 for Veritas Prime to implement recommended work on the human resource information system. Ms. Williams.
Madam Chair, I apologize. I should have pointed out before I deferred to Douglas that item E and F went before the Professional Services Committee and will move forward with a unanimous recommendation for Veritas Prime. It's my understanding that you want to make a presentation about the
Yes, my interrogation and professional services, I think it's not an expert.
Human Resources Information System is going to allow us to pull a variety of isolated buckets of information together in a single system. We have, and there might actually be a Lotus spreadsheet out there somewhere. And that's how many places, I mean, we have things in Word, we have them in Access, we have them in Excel. It's all housed somewhere. Bringing that under a single umbrella that can be readily managed. We have the staff to manage it now. We have the IT support to implement it. It will not only give the human resources staff more flexibility, it will also allow us as employees to be able to reach in and access our personal information without having to dog HR for the simplest things. It has been quite some time coming, and that was quite the lively Professional Services Committee discussion. I go to a funeral and you people lose your mind. Thank you for your interest, and hopefully you will.
See, look, I didn't even need to do the presentation. It's great.
Thank you.
All right, any questions? Okay, can I get a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passed. Item G, motion to adopt resolution number 2024-05-01, approving a form of memorandum of assignment for use when a municipality or authority assigns easements to ALCOSAN. Ms. Williams?
Madam Chair, you certainly being the profession that you are, recognize that there are all sorts of little legal tweaks and hoops that you have to jump through. We had not specifically recognized that there has to be a definitive action to assign and take receipt of an easement. We've dealt with the permit issue. This is all relative to regionalization and moving into municipal systems. This is going to provide for, as it says, assignment of specific easements where they exist, which will help in this transfer of responsibility and supporting our municipal customers.
Any questions?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Motion carries. Item H, motion to adopt resolution number 2024-05-02, authorizing the condemnation or purchase in lieu thereof of a temporary real estate interest in a portion of one parcel of real estate identified as Allegheny County Tax Parcel ID number 9-A-2021. Ms. Williams?
Madam Chair, I'm not suggesting that you take H and I together for action. They are independent items. However, they are both part of the property acquisition process associated with implementation of the Clean Water Program, which is required by the consent decree. It is an action the board has taken previously and will, again, I must say, we're coming closer to the conclusion of these bigger, more consistent pieces of property conversation. Kudos to Director of Engineering and Construction, Kim Kennedy, who has pretty much shepherded our property acquisition needs. Well done.
Any questions on item H?
Motion approved.
second,
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, item H passes. Can I get a motion for item I, since we already discussed it, or unless anyone has questions?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
aye,
Any opposed? Great. Item I passes. Motion, item J, motion to ratify the action of the executive director in settling the collective bargaining agreement between the authority and the United Workers of America Local 453. Ms. Williams?
Madam Chair, I speak for the authorities bargaining team. And I will actually take the liberty to speak on behalf of Mr. Shea and his membership. We are pleased to be able to bring you a settlement. This will provide for a 2-year collective bargaining agreement retroactive to October 1st of 2023. Both sides bargain in good faith. And we still love each other. Can't say that we like each other, but we still love each other. So thank the board for the support. I thank the negotiating team again for the support. It's a good settlement.
Any questions?
Motion approved.
second,
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Any new business?
We have none.
All right, well, then, our next meeting will be June 27th, 2024. And, we are adjourned.
Thank you, board. Thank you, Darren.
All right.